Hey, good people, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 4, Episode 6. I feel like this season is everything. This is probably their best season yet, and I'm loving it. I always anticipate watching them every week, and this episode is no different. Let me just start off by saying this. I like Monica, but I have an issue with her. She says that Meredith is spreading the rumor about Angie's husband, but that's not what she said to Whitney when they first discussed these alleged rumors. She only told Whitney that she heard the rumors. She never told her who the source was or anything like that, and I highly doubt the first person that she ever heard these rumors from was indeed Meredith. And then what I didn't like is at the end of the scene that they had at Lisa's party, Monica gives Meredith a hug like, okay, girl, I'm gonna call you. Like, no, boo-boo. You need to come and talk to me about why you're saying something that I never said. And don't think I'm going to let Miss Whitney off the hook either. For the last 3 years, her behavior has been trash. I don't like her playing the pot stirrer at all. I don't think she's very good at it. You could see right through it. She clearly wants to have an alliance with Lisa Barlow against Meredith. And I don't know if it's because there was a friend vacancy with Lisa, being that Meredith and her weren't friends for at least 3 years or whatever. But it's not a good look. I don't like it at all. You know, I prefer her to be besties with Heather and have their little kikis. But this Whitney that I'm seeing, I don't like her at all. So the episode opens up with Angie confronting Meredith. And I feel like if Angie would have just asked Meredith if she said these things about her husband, maybe she would have actually listened and heard Meredith say that she didn't. I feel like Angie had already formulated her opinion. We already know from seeing the last 5 episodes that she and Meredith, more so her, that she has a problem with Meredith. And I feel like anything that she can use to try to come at Meredith, she's definitely going to use. So no, she wasn't trying to hear Meredith out at all. As a matter of fact, Meredith said several times, I'm not spreading rumors about your husband. Now, when Whitney did come around and sit with them, Meredith says something to the effect of, I definitely didn't say anything to her. And Whitney's like, no, you told me this rumor in the airport or whatever. And Meredith's like, yes, I said there's a rumor, but I never said what it is. And I think that's key. Meredith knows there's a rumor. Matter of fact, according to Monica, who I believe, they all have heard this rumor before about Angie and her husband. Meredith heard it, but she never said it to anyone. And Whitney's role was to basically get Monica to say this alleged rumor. Now, what if the rumor that Meredith heard was Angie stepping out on her husband, or her husband is going through some legal issues or whatever? Like, we don't know what these rumors are. The fact of the matter is Monica said what she heard the rumors to be. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the fact that Meredith always walks off, but I feel like it was definitely warranted in this situation. Instead of just handling this situation like grown women, Angie wanted to take a dig and talk about Meredith opening up her legs to men that aren't her husband. I just think, girl, there's no reason for you to go that route. And as far as I know, you and Meredith are not friends. You were brought onto this platform by Jen Shaw, and we know there was a point in time when they weren't even cool. So I don't know what her angle is. I also didn't like that when she was chasing after Meredith got up and left the first time, she went over there to Lisa and was like, did you like it when she talked about you giving blowjobs for jazz tickets? Like, why are you rehashing things that they've already moved past? Why? And the look on Lisa's face was just pure disgust. Like, why are you even repeating this? I can appreciate the fact that Meredith just paid Angie dust and kept it moving. I love also the fact that Mary said, I can't believe I wasted another outfit on this. Like, Mary don't care about none of this drama, okay? She's there to just show her face and get her check. It's refreshing to see someone on the Housewives that I can identify with, especially being middle class myself, and that's Monica. She doesn't have this fancy house. Matter of fact, her oldest two daughters sleep in the same bedroom. I like the fact that she represents the middle class. I personally think that she needs a truck with a third row because those babies were squished in the back seat. She says in her confessional that she can't depend on her mom. When she was younger, they were always moving and there was really no stability. I feel for her. The fact that she said that she just wants to provide her children with the essentials is very telling, considering the life that she said she lived when she was growing up. She clearly is trying to be the best mom she can be for her girls, and to me, that's very admirable. The next scene, Lisa goes out with her son, Jack. They're getting their nails done. Shout out to Jack for getting a yes, asking, according to him, a beautiful young lady to prom. They discuss his upcoming mission trip, and Lisa says in her confessional that she is trying to process the fact that she won't have them there with her for the next 2 years. As Lisa and Jack are talking, we see that she's really not willing to go to the temple. I don't know if this is a every Sunday thing. I really don't know much about the Mormon church, but apparently he has to go to the temple and her husband John is going to go with him. She says that because she's not a practicing Mormon, I guess that she doesn't feel worthy to go into the temple. Now, I really don't know if this has anything to do with the fact that she sells liquor, and it's been said on the show that that's one of the things that the Mormon church really does not like them drinking alcohol and stuff like that. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's the cursing, but she does not feel comfortable or seem comfortable about going to the temple. And you would think when she says in her confessional that she wants to spend every second with him that she would go to the temple, but clearly, whatever it is that she has going on in her life, she knows better than to go to the temple. Probably because they wouldn't allow her to come, to be quite honest. It says to Jack that she feels like she's a great mother because he's going on the mission. And he's like, no, I made this decision on my own. That's why I didn't tell you. I was like, ouch. Let me burst that bubble really quick. No, ma'am. It has absolutely nothing to do with you being a great mother. I made this decision 100% by myself. I mean, really, Lisa? Given the fact that you just told us you won't even go to the temple, and you're not an Orthodox Mormon, and I'm wondering, if Jack is going on this mission, does that mean that he's going to be an Orthodox Mormon? And will this affect their relationship, especially after he experiences everything that I'm sure he'll experience with it? Does that mean that this would have some type of effect or strain on their relationship? That would be very interesting. I just thought about that. I have to backtrack a little bit here, guys. We did see earlier in the episode as well, Angie sits down and talks with Sean about the rumors that are swirling, and Sean gets really choked up because he feels like he's worked really hard on trying to be his daughter's hero, and he doesn't want her to look at him any differently. I have a couple of things to say about that. Number one, in this moment, I do feel for him. For the most part, I find him to be genuine when he's saying all of this, because it relates to his daughter, right? He's on this show. He knows that she's going to hear something about it. But the fact that he has not adamantly denied stepping out on his wife is very interesting. I feel like this wouldn't work for me, but I believe some people that are married have arrangements, which I do believe he and his wife do have an arrangement that he can go and sleep with whomever. I don't know if it's male or female, but clearly they have, in my opinion, something established where this is okay. So I feel like when he says that he's not committing adultery, well, maybe to him it's not adultery because he has his wife's permission. And I know that there are people that look at things like this that way. But again, I'm going to need him to come out and emphatically deny that he has done this or that he is doing this. And I just don't think that he's going to do that. Maybe on the reunion, he'll say something a little bit more than what he said both on the show and on Andy Cohen's show, Watch What Happens Live, but I highly doubt it. I do believe that he has stepped out on her, and I would not be surprised if he stepped out on her with another man. I don't know that to be a fact. That's just my opinion. So anyway, Whitney and Lisa are over Angie's house, and their purpose of them being there is basically to cheer her up based upon these rumors coming to light. From what I see of Angie's house, it's really nice. The only thing I don't like about it is it looks like it's on a main road because you see all these cars and stuff passing by. That's the only thing I don't like, but it looks really beautiful. Angie said that it's been really hard for her to put a smile on her face in front of her daughter. She also mentions that Sean cried when she told him about these rumors. Lisa compares Angie's situation to her own. Of course she does, because we know that she's self-centered. Whitney's smart mouth is going to say, we know where Sean sleeps. He sleeps with you and Electra. Girl, really? Why are you trying to throw shade talking about he sleeps with you and Electra? And by the way, from what we've seen on the show thus far, it looks like Sean sleeps by himself and Angie and Electra sleep together in Electra's room, or maybe Angie's quarters. That's what I've seen. You guys let me know if I'm mistaken. Lisa says that she feels like she's in a weird space as she's trying to repair her relationship with Meredith. But in her head, she feels like she needs to pump the brakes because Meredith is doing the same thing to Angie that she did to Lisa last year. And I feel like Lisa is something else. Girl, that hot mic moment that you had was way worse than the alleged rumor you say that Meredith said, but of course Meredith denied, that she made against you. I feel like Lisa should stop acting like she's the victim. Just as she's saying that she should be leery of Meredith, Meredith should be leery of her. Not only did Lisa have a lot to say about Meredith, but she took it further and talked about her husband and her children. And that's just a no-no. Like, for me, there's no coming back. Whitney is trying to cover herself and stick up for Monica when Lisa questions why Monica was the one to repeat the rumor. Whitney says that Monica is Meredith's decoy. If that's the case, Whitney, then you're Monica's ringmaster, because if it were not for you, you're the one who got her to say on camera what these rumors were. Meredith never said what the rumors were. Angie tells them that she and Heather are building a better relationship, saying that Heather invited her over to her house. Heather apologized. We've seen the flashback that Heather apologized to Angie for not defending her in Palm Springs. Heather, did you forget that Angie wasn't even supposed to be there? And what did she need defending from? I'm confused. I feel like Heather is trying to play both sides, and I don't like it. Lisa totally made the rest of their conversation about herself, as she always does. Again, she's very self-centered. She says that she was triggered because she feels like Heather never gave her this grace, and she has been going through it for the last 3 years. Lisa, girl, the delusion. If you never ran your mouth about Meredith, you would have been fine. Whitney and Angie are looking at each other like they can't believe how Lisa just hijacked this conversation and made it all about herself. Whitney says in her confessional, Lisa, read the room. We are here to support Angie. I don't often do this, but I have to say I do agree with Whitney. Meredith in her confessional describes her near-death experience, and I can't for the life of me understand why production would make a mockery of her telling her story with the background music that they were playing. I found that to be very disgusting. This lady is basically in tears as she is retelling the story. We see that she and Brooks are spending some time together going snowshoeing. Monica, her mother, and her Nana are off to the community center. While her Nana is playing with her friends, Monica goes off to have a conversation with her mom. Can I just pause real quick? Monica's Nana is so cute. I just love old people, as most of them are so sweet. It's just beautiful. God bless Nana. Her mom shares with her that she's been ghosted by a date because she told him that even though she's no longer Mormon, she is practicing celibacy. In Monica's confessional, she feels like her mom not having sex somehow makes her mom feel better about the life that she's living. While they're talking, Monica's mom expresses a desire for Monica to raise her girls in the church. Monica's like, Mom, when you left the church, you apologized to me for bringing me there. Monica's mom is like, girl, I don't remember that. Monica's like, it definitely happened and I'll never forget it. This starts a whole discussion where they both pretty much have a pissing contest regarding who struggled the most. And I find it to be weird that the mom is trying to downplay Monica's experience to prove her point. Her mom feels as if they need to have boundaries. So Monica's like, okay, if you want to talk about boundaries, how about you knock on my door before just coming into my home? You don't know what I could be doing. I could be having 69 on the couch. You gotta love how open these two are with each other. She also does not want her mom saying nasty things to her. And in her confessional, she describes a time where they were on the phone and her mom thought that she had hung up, and her mom is like cursing her out, calling her a B this and a B that, and basically berating her in a way that no parent should talk about their child, much less anybody, saying things like she hates her guts and so on. I just thought that was really disgusting. Nana hearing Monica curse and stuff is like, girl, no, you cannot be talking like this here. Stop it. Monica in her confessional, she wishes she could say that this was the first time her mom had ever said anything like this to her before, but unfortunately it's not, which is really sad. In my opinion, her mom gives a condescending apology and Monica just accepts it. And you can just tell like this is obviously a cycle that these two have. In the next scene, Whitney and Heather go skiing. They discuss Jack's mission and Heather is surprised that Whitney doesn't feel a certain type of way that he is going through with this. Given that the Mormon church, according to Heather, is misogynistic, racist, homophobic, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I think Heather is spot on. I feel like Whitney is mum about saying anything that is against what Jack is doing because she does not want to ruffle Lisa's feather. I feel like she needs to keep her alliance with Lisa, and she knows that if she says something, it's going to be ruined. Whitney tells Heather how upset Lisa was when she was at Angie's house, and Angie brought up the fact that she and Heather were working on their relationship. Heather can't believe that Lisa even cares, and that's pretty much the end of the episode. Guys, let me know what you thought about this episode. Drop some comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.